Yo, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy Shermaine, aka Termageddon, coming at y'all with a Call of Duty video, today. It's been a while since I made a Call of Duty video. I think the last one was an Advanced Warfare video, and for good reason, right? And I'm trying not to add to the current problem, the plague that is sweeping across YouTube, the saturation of Call of Duty Black Ops 3 videos, but I wanted to talk about the game in this respect, and that Black Ops 3 will be a melting pot. And what I mean by that is the game is going to take several aspects from different games and incorporate them into their own. This is a risk in and of itself because games have done this in the past, and for the most part it's 50-50. It's pass-fail, it's either shit or it works great. Now with this extra year of developmental time, I'm hoping to God that Treyarch has done everything they needed to do to make sure that this works. Please, it's just part of me that wants another good Call of Duty. The last Call of Duty that I seriously enjoyed was Black Ops 3. I mean, not Black Ops 3. That would be pretty fucking crazy. Was Black Ops 1, and it's been so long since I've seriously been able to sit down and talk about Call of Duty and enjoy it and just dump hours into it, and I want another one back. Please give me back my son. So this way of going about developing a game and going about the route of incorporating different elements of different games, like I said, is pass-fail. Two good examples are Advanced Warfare and Halo 4. Advanced Warfare really changed the formula. Really changed the recipe. Obviously, for the longest time, Call of Duty has been extremely successful, and there was never a need to change drastically. The change was never a necessity for the franchise. You've been playing the same game relatively for about 8 years, except for last year. So let's say 7 years you've been playing the same game with a few changes and alterations to the game. They've never changed it to a point where Advanced Warfare changed it. It was just adding upon what you've done well and doing a few things differently, or changing it up a little bit. But it's never been to the point where we're adding external mobility, additional mobility, senses of verticality, and these exo abilities and stuff like that. Those three things are the culmination of why people do not like Advanced Warfare. When you've never been able to jump on, let's say, the roof that's right in front of me, and then you can do it with ease now, it's just like, what? And then having to design maps around the exo movement completely changes the game. It really does, because the flow is not as it normally is with the three lane map. That's how it's always been for the most part, but now lanes become obsolete because you can jump from building to building. There's no need to run down the similar lines, and you can get to anywhere you want on the map. And that's something that we've never seen before. With Titanfall, it was different because it wasn't Call of Duty. It was a very fast-paced first-person shooters that the entire maps were, I don't want to say perfectly because that's the fanboy coming out of me, but were really well designed to encourage wall running, to encourage to get on top of buildings and move around, encourage mobility and proactivity, where in Call of Duty that's never been the case. You've had 3 different lanes you can go down, and that's pretty much been it, and it's whoever controls those 3 lanes. Where in Titanfall, it's everywhere, and it's a lot of fun. So a change like that to the game has never been seen before, and that's why people don't like it, because it was so far from the original formula that everyone's used to for 7 years in a row that it did not go well. It did not go over well with the fans, and it's not liked very much. Now, an even better example was Halo 4. Halo 4 was a huge fuck up in some respects in the multiplayer. Number one, customizable classes, which were ripped from what game is that? Oh yeah, Call of Duty, were in the game. Big no-no. Got rid of the same starts where everyone started on the same foot. You didn't have to go out and work for that weapon that you want. You didn't have to go out and kill 3 motherfuckers just to get the battle rifle, just to get the carbine, just to get the sniper rifle, shit like that. Well, excluding power weapons. You started with that as soon as you spawned. abilities, adding upon the abilities. People like to blame 343 for the downfall, Halo and the abilities and stuff like that. But that shit started with Reach, man. You got to give Bungie some blame here. Like, let's be real, okay? Let's be real. You're gonna blame abilities, then start with Bungie, because that shit was introduced by them in Halo Reach. Come on, man. Y'all motherfuckers need to grow up and admit that. Then lastly, the ordinances, which were basically like kill streaks / super abilities and titans. You were not necessarily you were always going to get it, but as long as you were getting points, you were working your way towards an ordinance. Once you finally got it, you had one of 3 choices. Typically, it was a replenish of grenades, it was a power up like an overshield or a speed boost, or a weapon, a relatively good weapon, a significantly better weapon that you probably have in your hand. That did not go over well with the community at all either, and to this day, Halo 4 is considered probably by I'd probably say about 90% of the community, the most disliked Halo. And for a percentage like that, for an entire fan base to say that speaks volumes to how many people really did not like this game. Now, I had this part sped up originally, but I play like a bitch right here, but I'm keeping it normal speed to give myself more time to talk. So those are 2 good examples of doing a game, by creating a game by incorporating different elements from other games, being failures. Those fall into the fail categories. They do not go above the 50% threshold in the pass category. They do not. They simply do not. Now, with Advanced Warfare, you have your Specialist class. Every Specialist class has a super ability that everyone gets. That's ripped straight from Destiny and Titanfall, with the super abilities and your Titan charge timer, respectively. An ability such as one of them where you can walk into a room and then be able to rewind time a few seconds to put yourself outside of that room is taken straight from Overwatch and the character Pacer. That's one of her abilities. You can run on walls now. Wonder where that came from. Titanfall. So this game is going to have a lot of different elements from different games, Destiny, Titanfall, and an ability from Overwatch thus far. It remains to be seen what other things, what other elements, what other gameplay mechanics will be incorporated from other games. Something to keep an eye out for. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Charmaine. I'm out. Peace. Have a good day.